What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Kaya Veil channel. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button as I have some interesting news to show you. Worldwide once more, Australia. Woman behind a toxic mushroom meal and said the lunch was supposed to be special with their in-laws. As we all know, the craziest women know how to cook good meals, but they know how to poison them too and put you in the hospital on your deathbed. Apparently, a overweight looking type Karen woman. She looks upset in this picture. She looked like if you piss her off, she'll do some shit to you. It was either poison your food or cut one of your organs off. Scrotum. But anyway, yeah, she's pissed off. We don't know what happened. But we're going to do a recap video and play the quick story that happened 2 years ago.
It all centres around a lunch back in July 2023. Erin Patterson invited her in-laws around to her house, Don and Gail Patterson. Also there was Gail Patterson's sister, Heather Wilkinson, and her husband, Ian. Now, they were served a beef Wellington that contained toxic death cap mushrooms. Within days, Don and Gail Patterson were dead, along with Heather Wilkinson. Heather's husband, Ian Wilkinson, survived, but he spent weeks in hospital. The trial's being held here at the court in Morwell, and it's been going on since late April. Now, the prosecution alleges that Erin Patterson deliberately poisoned her relatives by feeding them death cap mushrooms that she intended to kill. They also told the jury that they didn't necessarily need to prove a motive to convict her of murder. Erin Patterson's defence team have argued that the deaths of her relatives were a tragedy, a terrible accident. They have said, though, that she lied on several occasions to the police in the days after that lunch. One of those lies was about foraging for mushrooms, but they said that she did it because she realised the seriousness of what was happening, that she was responsible for their deaths, and she panicked. Now, after all the evidence is heard, the jury will then retire and consider its verdict.
All right, you guys. So now this is more like a class session. We're going to learn how to make a beef Wellington, because I didn't know what it was, and I went to Australia back in 2018. I even ate kangaroo meat, but I did not see a beef Wellington on nobody's menu, or at least the places I went to. Let's check it out, what it looks like first before we start learning how to make one at least. Now see, I love mashed potatoes with the butter, the salt, the onion chives and everything. I don't know what kind of vegetables that is though. It looks like carrots and it don't. But anyway, there's several different ways you can make it, especially the breading around it. It's almost in a pastry type bread. It's like a fried bread. So some of it's well done and some of it's medium rare. I do not like my meat that raw. I like my meat cooked. And you could even make it in a ravioli form. That's interesting. The meat's not as thick. It's not a thick cup of meat. I think I prefer it this way. Slap some avocado in it, it'd be even better, right? And as you guys know, I am a foodie. I guess this is a wet beef Wellington, kind of like a wet burrito. It's sauce on the plate. Let's see how it's made though. Oh, that looks good. But like I said, I don't like my meat that raw. It has to be a little bit darker than that. Let's see how to make it. Okay, it's a process. It's a process. Wow, under 2 minutes, so you could chef this up real quick. I'm talking through the music so that I won't get a copy strike. They be tripping. They be tripping. Looks like granola, but it's not. It's the butter. Why does it look like that? Okay. All right. I like that. Thin slabs of meat. That's hot pot meat though. All right. I like what I see. I like what I see. Yeah, it's definitely a process. All right. Yeah. Refrigerate in 20 minutes. Okay. Slap some more. Bake at 425. Wow. All right. beef Wellington. Boom. But what's served with it though right there? Yeah, that was good. That's showing out. So prep time, it serves about 6 people. Prep time about 15 minutes. 2 hours and 30 minutes to make. Wow, that's like putting a turkey in the oven. But it looks good. So this is everything you need to make them. And I guess this was her version of poisonous mushrooms. And we're going to learn more about poisonous mushrooms in this segment too. So these are the most common types of poisonous mushrooms. The livid Italoma, the fly agaric, destroying angel, cortinar, the death cap, sulfur tuft, ivory funnel, deadly fiber cap, and yellow staining. So basically, if they don't look like the ones you'll buy in the store, don't even bother with them. There's so many different types of species of mushrooms. So basically, the colored ones, this shit even looks poisonous. Why would you even eat some shit like that? That looks like the mushroom from Mario 64. Poisonous mushrooms. Don't make a deadly mistake. Yeah, these mushrooms could really kill you, depending on how poisonous they are. But I'm assuming if you cook them down to the molecule, it'll reduce the potentness. Like, why would you eat some mushrooms that look like this? It's like you really have to ask somebody that knows. If they look funny, yeah, I don't know. Because most mushrooms, they grow in like bushes and tree stumps. But if something looks funny, which commonly, most likely your dog or your favorite pet is going to end up eating one of these poisonous mushrooms. And you know, they're dogs. They like to sniff and eat stuff. And this is usually the form of how mushrooms commonly grow. Wow. Yeah, that's pretty interesting, you guys. But back to the story, though. She never said why she did it, though. So, but it was intentionally, though, based on what she said. Deliberately did it. While another became ill but survived. So somebody survived in that. Wow. She can't recall toxic mushroom web searches. Yeah, sure she can't. The focus today, the iNaturalist side, she doesn't remember. But the court is shown various screenshots of the site with Miss Patterson repeatedly saying she can't remember specific interactions with the site. Just before court ended, prosecutor asked if Miss Patterson had an interest in death cap mushrooms. Okay, so it happened in 2022. I said it happened in 2023, but that's when the first case was. Okay. It depends on what you meant by interest, she replies. So basically, she's trying to play mental gymnastics to get off. And most likely, she'll get off because she's an overweight Karen. And she could use her skin color of privilege to maybe even do it. Wow. Yeah. These bitches be crazy, bruh. I'll catch you in the next video. Have a good night, everybody. Peace.